You know that feeling, right? When a conversation just takes a nosedive. It could be anywhere, a job interview, a chat with a friend. Well, knowing how to handle those moments is a huge skill. Today, we're going to look at this exact problem, but through the eyes of a researcher, someone whose entire project could live or die based on how these conversations go.
No, really. Just think about it. You've got your plan, you know what you need to ask, but the person you're talking to, they are just not playing ball. What's your next move? That is the exact spot we're putting ourselves in today.
So let's meet the hero of our story, the independent scholar. This is a researcher who's on a serious quest for knowledge. And for them, interviews aren't just chats. Oh no, they're the raw data, the absolute bedrock of their entire study.
All right, section 1. This is where every great research story kicks off in a flurry of excitement and, let's be honest, a ton of optimism.
This is that magic moment where everything goes from being just an idea on paper to something real. All those late nights, all the careful planning, it's finally about to pay off. You can feel the energy, right? That sense that you're about to discover something amazing?
And then, it's official. You get that IRB approval. That's the Institutional Review Board, by the way, and it's the final green light. It means your work is ethical, it's sound, and it's time to roll. The questions are polished, the schedule is set, everything is perfectly lined up for success.
But, well, you know how it goes. Even the most perfect plans can hit a snag. And this is where our story takes a sharp, unexpected turn. Okay, so picture this. The researcher walks in. The recorder is on. Notebook is open. They're sitting right across from their very first interviewee. This is it. The first piece of the whole puzzle is about to click into place. And then, bam, they hit a brick wall. That smooth, easy-flowing conversation they dreamed of, yeah, it's not happening. And you can just feel that sinking feeling, that moment you realize, uh-oh, this is going to be tough. I mean, the expectation is so clear, right? You're hoping for someone open, cooperative, ready to share. But the reality? It can be a whole different ballgame. We're talking one-word answers, someone who won't get off their phone, or even an attitude that's just plain hostile. All of a sudden, everything feels like it's about to fall apart.
And there it is. Our researcher has just come face to face with the main villain of our story, the difficult interviewee. This is the plot twist they definitely did not see coming.
So what's the big deal? It's just one tough conversation, right? Wrong. This is about way more than just an awkward half hour. The integrity of the entire research project is now on the line.
You know, there's actually a formal name for this. It's called participant difficulty, and it's basically any unexpected behavior. Could be anything from dodging questions to just being argumentative that messes with the data collection. It's a direct threat to the research itself. So this is the moment of truth. What our researcher does right now is absolutely crucial. If they give up, they lose precious data. If they push too hard, they might ruin the interview completely. It's a true make-or-break moment. The stakes are just incredibly high. So what does our researcher do? Do they panic? Nope, they have a plan. Because in these moments, strategy is everything. And this right here is the key takeaway. You can't ever guarantee that a conversation is going to be easy, but you can guarantee that you'll be prepared for a tough one. The whole game isn't about avoiding problems. It's about being ready to face them head-on. And the plan itself? It's beautifully simple, really. Step 1, strategize. This means you think about what could go wrong before it goes wrong. What if you get only one-word answers? Well, you've got a follow-up question ready in your back pocket. Something like, "That's interesting, can you tell me a bit more about that?" What if they seem distracted? You have a gentle way to bring them back, like, "I'd love to hear more about that, but for just a second, could we go back to this other point?" You game it all out ahead of time. And then step 2 is just to execute. Go in there, handle whatever comes your way, and get what you need. It's all about that prep work.
So, we'll leave you with this thought. This researcher's problem, it's a universal one. So when you find yourself in that key moment, when things get tough and the stakes feel high, what's your strategy going to be? Because having one, well, that makes all the difference in the world.